Hi, my angels. In today's video, oh, by the way, I'm Sierra. But yeah, please, one, don't mind the fact that there's fans blowing in the background. It's really hot in here, and so they're going to be blowing. Also, don't mind the fact that I'm probably not going to be looking at the camera. I'm going to try. Maybe find it on the other side. I have a really bad habit of looking at myself. So, yeah. Anyways, but I'm going to really try to not, like, watch myself. It's weird because, like, I'm pretty sure it's probably psychology. You know, when you're talking to someone, you want to look at a person, not at, like, an inanimate object. So anyways, and then also I'm wearing the same shirt that I'm going to be in a bunch of videos. That's because I'm filming a bunch of videos, like, basically all in, like, 1/2 days, because I subbed over to a friend's house, so yeah. Anyways, but regardless, in today's video, I am going to be going through, so, as a lot of you know, I have anxiety, and so I have a bunch of different, like, other mental health things. So I'm pretty sure I've either have done a video or I will do a video in the future. Anyways, but I have a bunch of workers, and one of my workers dropped off, and by workers I mean, like, I have counselors and mental health therapists, and then I have technically a psychologist, and I work with a nutritionist at one point, and then I have, like, a job coach, and then I have, like, a housing coach thing. I have a lot of workers. So one of them dropped off. It's a bunch of, like, worksheets about how to journal and stuff like that, so I thought I would kind of go through it with you. So the first one is a morning planner. So this is what, like, the worksheets look like. So this one just says, living with mindfulness. This means allowing yourself to take control of your life by slowing down and bringing awareness to the present moment. Okay. So then there's these little, like, worksheets. So it's kind of like a morning planner. So you have, I can't read that. Need to do, my main focus / intention for the day, time, schedule, and what I would like to do. And then on the next page, it's the same thing, but instead of time, it's the days for that. Okay. And then there's a weekly workout planner. The day, the type of physical activity, and amount of time. I really need to use that. I got a journal too, and I might put, like, try to make this, like, myself and put a couple pages in it. Then there's morning gratitude prompts. There's things I feel grateful for are, I'm grateful for the day ahead of me because, this is how I'm going to live life to the fullest today. And then my affirmations for the day, which I think could be really cool to, like, wake up in, because I really want to start journaling more, so that's why I want to go through these, because I was like, I think it could be really cool, like, to journal more. I just started setting, like, goals for myself. I have a lot of goals, and it's a little overwhelming, but then I have this thing called SMART goals. We learned about it a lot in high school. Basically what it is, it's like a way to set goals. So it's called SMART, and it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time. So, for example, one of the goals I set for myself was the fact that I want to get my G1 license. So for specific, I said I want to get my G1 license. For measurable, I said it will cost X amount of dollars, and I will need X amount of hours to study. And then for attainable, I said I will save X amount of dollars per month, and I will study X amount of hours per week. And then for relevant, I said that it would help, you know, be able to get more licenses. It would help me be able to get places more independently. Not with a G1 license. I'd have to get, like, a G2 or G to be more independent, but, like, it's a stepping stone. So yeah. And it'd also be able to help me things like, you know, if I want to get a job in another town that's really close by, or stuff like that. And then for time, I said that I want to try to do this. This one might change a little bit. Now, that's the thing about SMART goals, is they can change, because I said I want to try to do it by summer of 2021, which is next year. I'm filming this in 2020 for those of you who can watch this in the future. But yeah, so that's kind of an example of what, like, a SMART goal is. And like I said, it can change all the time, because my time might change depending on how much money it costs, because I don't actually know, I have to look that up, or how many hours I need to study. It just, that's also why I said, like, summer of 2021, because the summer of 2021 could be, like, in May, or it could be in August. Like, there's kind of, I give myself a little bit of leeway, but that's, yeah. that paper's just gonna. Oh, and this one is more journaling questions. So, as you can see, it's just kind of like, it's a question, and there's a little part to fill out, which I'd probably put a lot of these questions like in the journal. And the first one is, the best thing that ever happened to me was, the people in my life I'm most grateful for are, 3 lessons I'm grateful to have learned are, 3 physical possessions I'm so grateful to own are. So that one is kind of interesting, because I don't find myself to be a very, like, possessive person. Like, I find the physical isn't really, certain things are important to me. Like, I have certain things that I would not want to give up. But at the end of the day, really, like, I feel like I've lost so much about my life that really physical possessions didn't mean that much to me. Like, I wouldn't, yeah. So that one's kind of interesting, because I don't know what I'd be able, like, I'm thinking of this one necklace that my boyfriend bought me. I guess I have a blanket, and then I think I have a stuffed dog. Yeah, those are 2 things I didn't think I'd want to give up, but at the same time, like, yeah. And then there's more questions and stuff, but I want to move on. So this one is Find Your Inner Calm, a mini workbook to help you manage anxiety with ease. Oh, and also, if you want to look any of these up, there's, apparently it's by somebody named Ashley Rachel, and it's www.lovelyholisticliving.com. I'll try to link it somewhere below, like in the description. But, and then there's also, she has like a Let's Connect, so I'll put probably like her Instagram and Pinterest on there. She has a Facebook and email too, but I'll just put the 2 down. I don't see a YouTube though. But anyways, so this one just says like, it's welcome, my journey. And then there's a self-awareness challenge, which is when I feel myself getting anxious, these are usually the kinds of thoughts that come to mind. And then again, it's like a little workbook. That page is upside down. Oh, then there's a calming affirmation that says, I'm calm and confident, this moment will pass. Okay, that's really long. I'll put it in the description. Which to me, I feel like an affirmation. I don't want to have to like think of this really, really long paragraph, especially when I'm really stressed. Like, I want like a 3-second like sentence or something, not like, because I have a really bad memory regardless of whether I'm stressed or not. So if I'm stressed, I'm not gonna remember anything. Nah, not happening. Oh, and then this one is reprogramming your thoughts. Is this thought really true? Do I have evidence that this thought is really true? What's the worst case scenario? Which that question you have to be careful of, because I've asked people that before that are stressed, and I'm like, okay, what is the worst case scenario? And I get something like, I would die. And it's like, yeah, but are you going to die, for example, because you failed your test? Very stressful thing. Tests are very stressful. School is, I love school, but it's also very stressful. However, are you really going to die because you failed the test? And if you actually literally feel like somebody would kill you because you failed the test, that's a separate issue that I cannot help you with. But please get help. So you kind of have to be careful of that one. Like, I just use that as an example. I do it sometimes too, where somebody's like, okay, well, what's the worst case scenario? And I'm like, I'll say something that really is like not gonna happen. I'll be like, I will, like, if I feel like I accidentally gave somebody the wrong, like, drink at work or something, I made their coffee wrong, and then somebody's like, okay, well, what's the worst case scenario? In reality, the worst case scenario is they may complain to my manager, and I may get, in trouble or strike against me. Really, what's going to happen is they're just going to go to another Tim Hortons, and I don't work there anymore, but when I was working there, they probably would have just gone to another Tim Hortons and get another coffee. But in my head, I was, oh my god, I'm going to be fired, and then no other job is going to ever hire me again, and then I'm never going to, like, I won't be able to ever have a job, and then I'm going to be living on the streets, and then nobody is ever going to love me, and then I'm going to die alone at the age of, like, 35 with 16 cats. And that's not going to happen because I made somebody's coffee wrong, but that's, for those of you who have anxiety, you get it. You've probably been there. So you have to be really careful with the worst case scenario question. What is the best case scenario? That one kind of makes me laugh because really, like, if you're stressed out about something, that probably means it's not a great thing. What's the best case scenario? Well, I guess going back to the coffee thing, the best case scenario is the person just goes to, like, a different department. That would be best case scenario. Or maybe best case scenario is the person decides that, hey, she made my coffee wrong, but I actually prefer the coffee this way. I'm going to do this from now on. So, okay, I guess I'm kind of worked out. But if I was actually in that situation, would I be thinking that? No. Is there a way I can see this differently? Oh, yeah. Is there more empowering thought I can choose instead? What? I don't understand that one. If you're stressed out because something's going wrong, or maybe something's not really going that wrong, maybe you're just stressed out. Empowering thought? You go, girl. Like, what? Okay, anyways, I'm moving on from that. Ideas to feel calm. Oh, wait. Okay, there's another affirmation. When I'm feeling anxious or not like myself, here are some things that help me feel better. Empowering thoughts or affirmations that feel helpful. Activities that feel helpful. And objectives that feel objects that feel helpful. I thought it said objectives, and I was like, I don't understand that sentence. There's more journal prompts. Says journaling. I can't sleep in that position. Journaling about your feelings and experiences can be helpful. Here are some journal prompts. And then it says, congratulations. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of little workbooks to go through, so 9 questions to help you awaken your inner wisdom and discover your soul's purpose. Ow. That hurt. Discover your soul's purpose. But it said your goal's purpose. Okay. So this one. Let's see. Okay, so what is your inner wisdom? Your inner wisdom is also known as that little inner nudge, whisper, or feeling to take action in some way. I feel like that's like the voice in your head when you're like, I don't know, like when you get that voice, you're like, this isn't right, something's gonna go wrong, which about 7 times out of 10 it's right, and then the other 3 times you'll just randomly be sitting there, and the inner voice in your head is like, something's wrong. You're like, I'm just sitting in a chair watching TV. What is wrong? Something's wrong. No, what is wrong? And it's like, and then it panics you, and it's like, you're going to die. You're like, I'm literally not going to die. I'm sitting in that chair. Would you please explain this to me? So sometimes the inner wisdom is great, and other times the inner wisdom is more of an inner, like an inner bully. So anyways, it also, intuition, that's the word I was thinking of. It's also known as your intuition, that gut feeling or your internal guide. When you develop a strong relationship with yourself and your inner wisdom, it becomes easier to trust yourself, take action from a place that feels really inspired and good. Can you think of a time where you followed your intuition? Can you think of a time where you didn't follow your intuition? Yeah, actually, for both. I remember one time when I was younger, I had this friend over, and she turned around to me, and she's like, she lived, like, literally, we were in, like, a complex, so she lived, like, on the other side of the complex. We could see her, like, from our house, so she's like, oh, will you walk me home here? And I was like, no, like, I don't really want to. There's something like that was saying I should not leave my house, which I don't know why I thought she was fine to leave by herself, but okay. And I was like, no, I don't want to, like, I don't want to go. So then we get downstairs, because we're in my bedroom, and she turned around to my mom, she's like, can Sarah please walk me home? And I'm sitting there looking at her like, you literally just asked me, and I said no, but okay. And then my mom turned and was like, yeah, like, walk her home, you know. So I walked her home, and then when I was walking back, now, what had actually happened was some teenage boy with a, like, rubber toy knife or something jumped out from behind a car, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, ha ha ha. To me, being, like, 8 years old, not knowing this boy, and he looks, I think he was, like, an older teenager, like, he looks a lot older. It was dark out, so I couldn't see that it was fake. I thought that somebody was literally threatening to kill me with a knife. And so I ran home screaming and crying, and my mom was on the porch, and so it was like our neighbor and a couple other neighbors were kind of like, well, they were on like the neighbor's porch, like in the front yard sitting in chairs, and I like ran home screaming, crying, and my mom and the neighbors were what's your problem? And I like told them what happened, and like they were livid. Like I remember, I think it was actually the neighbor told my mom the next day that like it just happened to be a teenage boy, like somebody didn't actually threaten me. But I remember like I was one time where like I didn't listen to my intuition. I told my mom that like a few years later how that night I turned around to the girl and I was like said I told her I didn't want to go because I knew something was gonna go wrong. And my mom was like, I am so sorry. If I had known that, I wouldn't have said you with her. That was a bad night. Yeah, I was one of Jake's nights. It was a very bad night. But yeah, if anything was possible and I believed in myself fully, what are things I might try? I like that question. Okay. I'm gonna try to not scroll through this, but like private coaching. Okay. Let's go to the next page. So this one is 5 powerful tips to use journaling. So as a tool for healing, releasing self-judgment, and stepping into self-love and acceptance. So tip 1, create a beautiful space to journal in. I thought it meant like the journal itself, but it's talking about like the area. So apparently this like woman that's writing this likes to turn on her essential oil diffuser. She says her favorite. She turns on little fairy lights she's hung up. She grabs a warm cup of coffee or tea, lights a candle, puts her phone away so it doesn't distract her, declutter the space around her, grab a healthy snack, put on her fuzzy soft robe or grab a blanket. Actually, I kind of like that because, yeah. Okay. Tip number 2, let it be messy and imperfect. So apparently the journal itself is good to be messy. See, whenever I journal, I always get frustrated because you'll see those pictures online that are like these perfect, like organized, colorful, like really well written journals, and I always try to do that and I always mess up, and then I get really frustrated with myself because I'm like, this doesn't look how I want it to look, and then I'm getting more frustrated than I was before. Just instead of being frustrated about what I was originally frustrated by, I'm now frustrated by the fact that I can't make pretty journals. So tip 3, focus on the process, not the product. Tip 4, honor and love yourself wherever you're at. Tip 5, combine different methods of journaling. So there's, apparently she teaches 6 methods of journaling. That's brain dump style, that sounds interesting. Journal prompt style, reframing limiting beliefs, practicing gratitude, releasing and letting go of the past. Okay. And then the next one, here we go. Empowering, there's the affirmation again. Okay, 5 daily habits for a healthy mindset. 1, journal and brain dump. So before your day starts, write down what you're anxious about, what you're excited about, and what you need to get done. Review your goals. Reviewing your goals daily so you can prioritize your tasks and motivate yourself to do what's most important. Time block your schedule, which I think I did a video where I talked about this. I know I filmed it. I don't remember if I ever edited it and put it up. I will check that, and if I don't, then I will make a video again in the future. Mindset check-in. So every now and then throughout the day, bring awareness to what's going on in your head. This helps you come back to the moment and refocus. And then limit social media time. Okay. Every single person that works in mental health, well, not every single one, yeah, pretty much every single one, says to limit social media. And I am all for that, depending on who you are and what you're using it for. For me, social media actually helps a lot because, 1, on YouTube, I can come and talk to you guys and kind of, when I'm having like a brain fog moment, I almost use YouTube as like a journaling thing. If I'm really stressed out and I need a distraction, I'll look at pictures of like cats on the internet. If I'm stressed out because I need to do something I don't know how, and I don't know who to go to for help, I'll go on social media and try to find the answer, whether that's just Googling it and watching YouTube on it, or if that's, going on Instagram and finding people who use a certain hashtag, or if that's Pinterest. For me, I find social media helps. But if you're being bullied on social media, if you're using it the wrong way, like for example, you have an eating disorder and you've joined like pro Anna like pages or whatever, maybe that's not great. You shouldn't be doing that. Not good for mental health. But I think that one's kind of like just use it to your discretion, you know. Okay, and then the 5 key elements of a healthy mindset. It would be calm. The ability to calm your mind when you're under pressure is crucial to a healthy mindset. Calmness comes when you bring awareness to what's happening and what you're thinking. I wish I was a calm person. I am not. You guys can probably tell that I have energy and I'm like never ever calm. Ever. I'm like a ball of fireworks just constantly going off. Clarity. Having a clear idea of what's important to you is key to dealing with indecision. I'm sorry. No, it's funny because I'm the most indecisive person ever. Oh. Well, okay, that depends. Because I'm very much the type of person where, like, if I go out to eat with friends, 9 times out of 10, I'd be like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. I'm the one that comes up with the idea. Because I'm like, I don't want to be sitting here for an hour with all of us saying, I don't know what I want to eat. I'm going to come up with an idea, and most of the time people end up liking it. And if they don't end up liking it, then they're like, well, I don't want that. I'd rather have this. And it's like, that's what you want. Then cool. But when it comes to like important things, like what I want to do for the rest of my life, can't figure that one out. No. So we will work on it. Yeah. Compassion. One of the biggest contributors to an unhealthy mindset is lacking compassion towards yourself. Be kind to yourself and focus less on how you compare to others. I feel attacked. Concentration. Can I feel attacked? Concentration is about commitment and dedication to yourself. Keep your focus on your own goals and what's important to you, rather than distractions from outside sources. That one's kind of true. Like, I know that for me, like, at one point, there's a lot of people in my life who thought that I should do or be a certain thing, and I didn't want to do or be that, and it stressed me out to think that that's what I had to do for the rest of my life, and it was like, Courage. When you procrastinate and avoid taking action, you stay stuck in the same place you've always been in. Find the courage to take action even if you don't feel ready. That sounds scary. Which is literally what it's talking about. But anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I might try to put some of like the journaling questions up somewhere. I don't really know where I'm gonna do it. I might do it on my Instagram. Like I might use some of the questions for the next little while. On like as my what's it called, captions. I just don't know if I want to start doing that now, like before I upload this video, so then you guys can be like, yeah, I might do that, so you guys can go back and look at my Instagram and comment and see if you can find where I start, or no, I'll just tell you where I start. Yeah, I think just for the next little while it'll be like before I upload this video, so I'm gonna do that. I'll use a lot of the questions as my captions. And then anyways, I love you guys. Please stay safe and healthy. Cheers!